Hey, how's it going? How's everybody doing? Well, as you see, I'm up in the collectibles room for this video. I actually went to come up here with a different monitor, a separate monitor, because I was having an issue with the screen on this laptop. It was color was off, and when I was just tinkering around with it, without shutting it down, I was trying to mess with it and see whether it was just something that I could fix with like the software, the display settings. Didn't seem to have any effect, so I figured the screen itself was starting to go out. So since I wasn't going to be using this laptop, I actually had shut it down, and it's been that way for like a month or two now. And when I came up here today, I had a separate monitor, an AOC monitor, that I was going to try to hook up to the laptop to where I could use this laptop and this camera up in this room and have a separate monitor to see it on. Well, when I started this up, the screen's fine again. So I don't know what the issue was. But yeah, it is what it is. So I figured I'd try doing a video up here. I'm going to try to upload it through this laptop. I've noticed I've got an extender out here plugged into the surge strip under the aquarium in the upstairs foyer by the stairs. But I see the top light on it every once in a while changing from blue to red. So I think the signal up here is, it's kicking off and on off of the network. So I'm going to try to do that, but if not, then I'll just save it to an SD card and take it down and upload it downstairs. Hopefully it won't have the kind of glitchiness. I've noticed I've had a couple of people tell me that the audio in the videos seems fine, but the video is kind of stuttered a little bit over the last, well, I know at least the last few videos I did. I don't know whether it's something to do with the camera downstairs or whether it has to do with the laptop that I have downstairs, because it is an older laptop. It's an older Toshiba laptop, although I never had an issue before. So, or whether it's the actual router that I have right now is an older Netgear router, and since my internet service spectrum updated to more bandwidth and faster service, I'm almost positive I probably need to upgrade my router. So I'm going to plan on doing that over the summer. I'm going to get a nice mesh system with 3 or 4 satellites, so it can cover like the whole house, even out in the gym where I have a small little, I think it's a 19-inch smart TV. It'd be nice to be able to go out there, work out, and be able to watch YouTube or some shows and stuff while I'm doing that. But so obviously, when I do this video, if it uploads and there aren't any issues with it, then it's got to be either the camera or the laptop downstairs that's a little too sluggish with uploading the videos. Or if this video does have some stuttering in it, then obviously it's probably the router issue. But regardless, we'll find out and we'll work from here. I'm just happy that, hey, the screen on this laptop seems to be fine now, so that's great. In other news, I just had to chase my dog around the house, which was fun. She's a little drama queen when it comes to getting anything done with her paws. She acts like it's the end of the freaking world. But my neighbor has a really big tree. I don't know what kind of tree it is. Maybe an oak or whatever. I'm not a botanist or arborist, so I don't know all the different trees. I mean, I can tell a pine tree from like a regular tree. Okay, but that's about the extent of it. I can't tell you the difference between like a maple tree and an oak tree and something like that by just looking at them. But she's got a big ass tree over there, and it drops all kinds of little, not acorns, but the little nuts and stuff off of it, seeds, however you want to call them. And I think what happens is every once in a while when the dog goes out, she goes running around towards what's technically the back of my house, because I've got a little, at the outside of the back porch, there's a little walkway. So you got the main part of the yard, and there's a little walkway by the end of the back porch, and then there's a little like nook, if you will, in the back, which is great because it's kind of out and away from everything. Especially I got the privacy fence up now, so I'm hoping over the summer maybe sometimes I can go out there and maybe just sit out there, with a cold drink, and maybe actually read a book, since I've got a freaking library that I never have time to read. But it would kind of be away from everything. But all those things fall, and I think when she runs out there sometimes, she, obviously steps on them, and she had, this time it had tore a little bit of the outer layer of one of her paw pads. So I came in, I noticed little splotches of blood on the kitchen floor, and I'm like, what the hell did she do now? So I had to chase her around so I could find and see whether she actually had something stuck in her paw or whether it had just worn away the pad a little bit. That's what it was. I've got this pad heel stuff. It's got like a brush to put on it. I don't know how good it'll do because she immediately licks this stuff off, so it might be pointless. But it stopped bleeding. It was just like an abrasion, nothing big. Happens to dogs. Anyway, alright, let's get into this. I was trying to find something to do because I'm not really buying mystery boxes right now. I don't have any streaming services. Eventually I'd like to get Disney Plus back just for the Star Wars and the Marvel stuff. But right now I'm kind of trimming corners on stuff. The only thing, when I do buy stuff, it's mainly just going to be straight business use stuff. So you might see videos in the future of like Funko Pop unboxing stuff, but it'll be where I'm using like money I made from my business specifically to buy more inventory for the business. Not so much just buying stuff that I want, and then anything in that I don't want I can put in as inventory. But I was looking through all my stuff, and well, first of all, let me show you this. Okay, first of all, we have this Legacy. I never heard of it. I got this in a big box that I got from, I want to say I bought off Pristine Auction, but I can't remember. My hair is like all kinds of messed up. I took a nap earlier today and it's still screwed up. But it was a big box that had like a bunch of different stuff in it, sports cards and everything, and each box had a non-sports card sealed box. This came in one of the ones I had bought. Never heard of it, but it's basically, I mean, it's a comic book, but it's in trading card form. So both the front and the back of each of the trading cards have like a panel of the comic in it. And if you collect them all, obviously, then you have the whole comic. And they've got some inserts and specialty cards. So 126 story cards, 9 card surprise pinup, 5 character cards, and a comic in progress 5 card subset. Also randomly inserted in packs is a 9 card Dyna Etch foil subset. And I actually had one of those because they included inside on the top of the pack there was a card out by itself that was one of those Dyna Etch ones. And I had it somewhere, but I'm not exactly sure where I put it at in here. I don't see it anywhere close by. So, but what I've been doing with this, because I really don't know what it is. When people buy stuff, I don't want Mercari, Poshmark, well, not so much Poshmark because that's clothing, but Mercari, whatnot, or now eBay. So you can find all that information down below. And every once in a while, I like to throw in like bonus things. Certain times if shipping weight will allow, I'll throw in one of my Star Wars watches, sealed Star Wars watch, with like a Funko Pop. Or I'll throw in some stickers or other little items. Well, I decided to start using these. So they're just packs. They're sealed packs, so, that's what I do. I just throw them in. Throw one in a box, and, people seem to enjoy it. Little things like that. But another one of the boxes I bought, because I think I bought either 2 or 3 of them. I'm thinking 3 altogether. Of these big sports and non-sports like mystery boxes thing. It has this sealed box of the DC Cosmic Teams trading cards. But I thought instead of using these and just inserting them in people's purchases, that I would use this to do some videos. I am a DC fan. I'm more of a Marvel fan than DC fan, although I am particularly like Batman when it comes to DC. He's probably my favorite in the DC universe. And the villains that come with Batman. But I thought this would be fun. Oh, I like Lobo. Lobo's a really good character. But it says it's a 150 card set, randomly inserted hologram cards. So, and I don't know whether there might be other like inserts or what. Doesn't really say on the box. 8 cards per pack, 36 cards per box. So maybe I'll just do like 6 packs. We'll just open them, see what they got, and then these cards, because I'm a DC fan, but I'm not a huge DC fan, then maybe these cards, I'll take 1 or 2 of them, sleeve them up, at least in a penny sleeve, maybe even a top load or 2, and then I can use these as kind of bonus add-ins when people buy stuff from me. I mean, most people I think are like me. That if I buy something from somebody and it comes with a bonus item, I don't really care what the bonus item is. I think that's a good thing to get a little bonus, something extra that you weren't expecting. All right, so we got 6 packs. We'll just open them all. I'll set them down and then we'll just go through them. See what we got. I don't know whether I've ever gotten any of these cards before, so I'm not exactly sure what they look like. It is a Skybox. That's who they're done by, Skybox. They do really good cards. Of course, this day and age, a lot of the card companies have really stepped it up. Sports cards are just insane these days as to, all the different types of cards you can get. Eventually, I want to try to buy some more boxes, or at least blaster packs of sports cards. Right now, I'm working on catching back up with, the first part of the year is always kind of hectic financially because you have property taxes that are due that are, a decent amount of money outside of the normal monthly bills. So that kind of sets back a little bit on everything else. So I'm trying to play catch up right now. And then my life insurance. I got life insurance. I'm going to name the company, but let's just say I'm kind of waiting on the new paperwork to come because it just went up a little bit. I think it's because the last part of term insurance I had, I think, was converted over to whole life insurance, and so it bumped the premium up a little bit. But it's gotten outrageous. It's almost $400 a month now. And then as I've been looking around and kind of pricing to see if I can get it cheaper other places, it almost looks like I could get comparable life insurance cheaper at any other company. Like $150 to $200 cheaper. So, it's due to come out in the next, that almost $400 is due to come out here towards the end of the month. I was hoping I'd have the paperwork so I could look over, see my policies, because I'm thinking about just getting rid of it and going someplace else. But we'll see. All right, here we go. First one, we've got Legionnaires. Like I said, there's nothing real fancy about them, but they look basically just like like they would in the comics. We got Legionnaires. We've got, this looks like it's part of like a little, obviously there's probably another card, or maybe there's 2 cards that go with it to make like a whole picture. Next. Yeah, so see, these are... Yeah, these are... Some of these aren't just like straight up character cards. They're part of like a little mural. Looks like a lot of them are, actually. Alright, here we got Green Lantern Corps. I think they're supposed to be doing a movie of that, aren't they? Legionnaires. Worlds of Magic. Death. Oh, I guess it shows. So that's like the group that they're in, and then a character name. Like this is Boudica from the Green Lantern Corps. Of course, the Death was the one I just showed. Livewire was from the Legionnaires. Invisible Kid from the Legionnaires. Heckler from the New Breed. Foes of the Justice League, we have Despero. Yes, I haven't followed with DC enough to know a lot of these, like the villains and stuff. It's another one of those. So that's another thing I could do. If I go through these and I get like the little murals, I could maybe like just frame those cards together and then just throw that into somebody's box when they buy something. Terra from Teen Titans. Kilowatt from Teen Titans. The mural of the Legionnaires. John Stewart from Green Lantern Corps. Not the late night TV host. Ain't that his name? Actually, he just made a comeback, didn't he? The late night show host, John Stewart. Kind of fell off the radar for a bit. There we go. There's one everybody knows. Superman from Justice League America. This one is Teen Titan, or no, New Titans. Justice League International. Is that the John Stewart Green Lantern, or is that one go? Oh no, John Stewart is the black African American, however you want to say it. Green Lantern. So I'm guessing this one is probably Hal Jordan. Correct me if I'm wrong. We have the Elongated Man from Justice League International. We have Garv from Legion. It's a pretty non-villain, non-superhero name, Garv. We have Mirage from Teen Titan. Starro from Foes of the Justice League. Of course, saw them in the Suicide Starro in the Suicide Squad movie. Golden Age, Green Lantern, Justice Society of America. These are nice looking cards. I mean, even though they're not like fancy or anything compared to like a lot of the cards of today. We got Thunderbolt from the New Breed. We got Golden Age Atom from Justice Society of America. Oh, we got our first hologram card. Look at that. Man, on the camera it doesn't do it justice, but in person it really shows. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, you can't really see it as well. In person, when you're looking at it directly, you can really see the layers of it. I wonder, let me try turning this, see if I turn that light off, and it still really doesn't help. Still looks pretty two-dimensional on camera, but in person, wow. That is really cool. I mean, it's so three-dimensional. It's amazing. It's got like 3 layers to it. It's got like, I don't know whether you can see it on camera or not. Like down here at the bottom, it's got like a skeleton laying on the ground. It's like the first layer. And then the character is the second layer. And the background is like the third layer. And you really get the dimension. And this says DC Comics, DC Cosmic Teams, Hologram Hall of Fame. Hot holograms featuring 6 DC favorites: Captain Marvel, Hawkman, Lobo, the Spectre, Superman, and Swamp Thing. So obviously this is Spectre. One time I had a Spectre. Funko Pop, but I might have actually pulled it out and decided to let it go. I don't see it. Oh wait, yeah, there it is. That's right. The wrong way. Right here. Right there. Yeah. So that's pretty cool. Those are pretty cool. Alright, keep going. We've got Brainiac. I'm not going to say where they're from. Most of you probably will know where they're from. Crimson Fox. Lobo. Green Lantern. Eclipso. This card looks different. I guess not. It just looks different because of the background in it. It's so dark. I thought it was like a parallel or something at first, but no. It has the same border. It just looked darker because of the other part of it. There's looks like the middle of the Green Lantern there. The Demon. I think I have Funko Pops of that too. Yeah. Got it stuck underneath here for future sales. So this would be a good card to include if somebody bought one of these pops. So I'll keep that in mind. Yeah, I have down in my office downstairs where I normally ship stuff from. You know, I get it all boxed up down there. I have a whole drawer full of sports cards and non-sports cards that I can grab and throw them in. Alright, this video is getting long, so we're going to breeze through this. Blue Beetle, Mural, Andromeda, Mr. Z, another mural, Troa, something like that, Battalion, mural, Gossamer, not to be confused with the big red guy from Looney Tunes, Chameleon, got Sandman from Neil Gaiman fame, right? Very prolific, talented author. And we have Deathstroke. Alright, that's it. Video's getting long, so I'm not going to beat around the bush and everything. You know the drill, but I'm going to say it real quick anyhow. Check out all the stuff down below. Check out my Mercari, Poshmark, whatnot, eBay. Find something you like and buy it. Help me out. Support your local small business. Well, I'm not local to a lot of you, but you know what I mean. Your small businesses. If you yourself are a small business of some sort, drop your name down below in the comments. Let me know. I'll make sure I check you out and Maybe I'll just randomly on occasion, and I'll keep a list. Keep a list of other small businesses around the country or even around the world that make themselves known to me, and I'll keep a list. And every once in a while, I'll in the video, I'll just randomly shout one of you out. As always, hey, look out for yourself and everyone around you, so we all have a much better chance of staying safe and healthy. Of course, the next few videos we'll be going through more packs of these cards. I'll try to get through them a little bit quicker in the future. But that's it. Everybody, take it easy. See ya.